Most people will tell you there is nothing you can do to feel powerful in front of a narcissist. They will insist that because narcissists are master manipulators, you are doomed to stay one step behind. No matter how hard you try, you just have to go no contact. I'm here to challenge that belief today. I'm going to prove that you can hold your space, project authority, and without uttering a word, make a narcissist rethink the way they approach you. You see, when you have been on the receiving end of manipulation, belittlement, or quiet intimidation, it's easy to believe your only choices are to fight or submit. But there is a third way, one that does not involve shouting, explaining, or begging them to respect you. Power in this case is not about dominating anyone. It's about claiming ownership of yourself so thoroughly that their usual tactics no longer work. That is what this episode is all about. I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. The topic for today is 7 ways to show power to a narcissist without saying a word. Before I get started with number 1, a quick reminder. I am hosting a workshop on how to overcome betrayal trauma after surviving narcissistic abuse. Book your spot right now at an early bird price. Link is in the description. Number 1. Stay completely still to show you are unshakable. When a narcissist tries to bait you, they're looking for movement, actual movement, physical movement. A flicker of panic in your eyes, a fidget of your hands, the rush of words spilling out as you try to calm them. That reaction is their fuel. One of the most powerful messages you can give is to remain completely still. Keep your breathing steady and your posture relaxed but grounded. Let your shoulders settle, place your feet firmly on the floor, and hold your position as if you're planted in confidence. You're observing a bulldog that is chained. This bulldog can only bark but cannot bite. You are not frozen in fear, you are anchored in calm. Stillness does 2 things at once. Internally, it tells your own nervous system that you are safe enough to stay steady. That single signal lowers adrenaline and keeps you from reacting impulsively. Externally, it sends a clear, silent message. I'm not a puppet you can make dance. When they realize their theatrics no longer produce instant responses, they lose an important source of control. Over time, they may try harder to provoke you, but if you keep returning to that quiet posture, their power over you weakens. What once felt like intimidation starts to look, even to them, like a performance falling flat. Number 2, hold a cold, measured gaze to let them feel seen through. Eye contact can speak volumes without a single syllable. Narcissists scan faces, that to measure how well their tactics are landing. If you meet their eyes with a calm, steady gaze, you interrupt that feedback loop. Look just long enough to let them know you see exactly what they are doing, not in anger, not in pleading, simply with quiet awareness. Then break eye contact on your terms. Look at your notes, the clock, the doorway, anything that brings the focus back to you. The strength of this gaze lies in its balance. You're not glaring or challenging somebody, nor are you shrinking away. You are steady, present, and unbothered. That composure unsettles someone who depends on constant emotional mirroring. When you exit eye contact calmly, it shows you own the timing of your attention. It's a subtle but powerful act of self-possession. Over time, this simple practice retrains you to control where your focus goes, and it teaches them that your gaze is not a resource they can command. Number 3, enter any room as if you already belong there. A narcissist often expects people to approach them cautiously, scanning their face for signs of approval. This expectation allows them to control the emotional atmosphere, emotional temperature before a single word is spoken. You can overturn that dynamic by the way you enter a room. Walk in with an easy, unhurried pace. Let your shoulders remain open, your head level, and your breath steady. Notice the space itself rather than searching for the reaction. Place your bag down slowly, take your seat or spot without hesitation. This manner of entrance is not arrogance. It is self possession. It says, I deserve to take up space here. When you carry yourself as if your right to be present is unquestionable, you create an invisible boundary. It denies them the ability to define the room as theirs to grant or withhold. Even if they try to unsettle you with sighs, glances, or little digs, your body language reminds you and them that you belong wherever you choose to stand. That quiet authority cannot be argued with because you have said nothing at all. Number 4, use small deliberate gestures to end conversations on your terms. Conversations with narcissists can stretch on endlessly because they thrive on keeping you engaged, right? They want you explaining, defending, or trying to soothe them. One way to reclaim control is to use minimal, deliberate gestures as punctuation. A slow blink, a small nod, or a relaxed half smile can quietly signal that you are done participating in the performance. These gestures are subtle but clear to anyone paying attention. They tell the other person that the moment is complete and that you won't extend it to satisfy their appetite for drama. Over time, this habit reshapes the rhythm of your exchanges. You no longer leave doors open for endless debate. Instead, you communicate endings with calm finality, teaching yourself that you have permission to conclude interactions and teaching them your attention is not a toy to be tossed around. Number 5, keep your voice in reserve to prove your reactions are yours. The way you speak can either feed or starve a narcissist's need for control. They look for emotional cues in every word, don't they? How quickly you answer, how much you explain, how high or shaky your tone becomes. By holding your voice in reserve, you take that power back. If you must reply, make it quiet, steady, and concise. No extra justifications, no eager attempts to soften their mood. Say only what the situation genuinely requires. This restraint does not come from coldness, it comes from self command. Each measured sentence reminds you that you own your reactions. It also shows them they do not get to dictate your pace or tone. Over time, you will notice how silence or sparse speech diffuses tension that once spiraled into hours of argument. Your voice becomes a tool you choose to use, not something they can yank out of you on demand. Number 6, exit quietly to deliver a verdict without words. Few gestures carry more authority than a smooth, silent exit. When you have realized or decided a discussion or encounter with them has reached its end, stand up or step away without fanfare. Gather your belongings, offer a polite nod if needed, and leave. The key is the calmness of the movement. No slammed doors or no huffy sighs. The departure is effective precisely because it is clean. Walking away in this manner shows that you control the close of any interaction. It reminds both of you that access to your time and energy is conditional. You are not trapped inside their theater. You have the power to step off stage. Even if they call after you or throw last minute barbs, you do not need to respond. The weight of the exit speaks louder than any words ever could. Which brings us to number 7. Offer a small, knowing smile to show their tricks do not touch you. A faint, steady smile can say everything that needs saying. It is not mockery or sarcasm. It's quiet recognition that their tactics are not landing. This smile comes from a place of calm self-assurance. It tells them you see the maneuver, but you're not hooked. Even a tiny upward turn of the lips held with relaxed eyes can puncture a carefully staged scene. What makes this so effective is its effortlessness. The smile is not for their benefit, it's a reflection of your own steadiness. It is a signal that your inner balance remains intact, no matter what they attempt. When a narcissist realizes their tricks cannot invade your composure, their sense of power begins to crumble. That unspoken message, which is, I'm fine and you can't change that, may be the strongest statement of all. Which one of these tactics have you already employed and what has been the outcome? Let me know in the comments and make sure to sign up for the upcoming workshop. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.